thought he was winning the rounds just by, keeping him at ease. I felt that it wasn't much about power punches, but he was just, I like in control. He controlled him pretty well. Of course, there were some rounds where Canelo took it to the champ. But at my scorecards, this is up to the 11th. I felt that because I found out about you, I felt Canelo was winning the 11th. If it wasn't for the knockout, I would have gave that round to the 11th, and that would have been a 6 rounds to 5 for Kovalev. And I remember thinking, well, Canelo needs to win a 12 to make it a draw, I said. Mm-hmm. But in my opinion, I didn't see him winning. I saw Kovalev winning that fight. And all Kovalev needed to do was to win the 12th round to win it. So I didn't like his performance, and I said it on Instagram, and I left it like that. And it's true. I didn't like his performance. He did not look spectacular. I felt that he was losing the fight. He was losing the fight, and I don't want to say he landed a lucky fucking punch, but you bet your ass he was very grateful to land that punch.
I mean, what Canelo did was land those punches early to the body when he had the opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when he had the opportunity, he went for it.
The one thing that I'll knock on Canelo, and there's something Mr. Liu agreed, Canelo doesn't know how to get in the inside. Guys like Julio Cesar Chavez would take 2 or 3 punches to get in the inside. Now I get it. He's fighting the light heavyweight champion of the world. But when you have the light heavyweight champion of the world fighting you like he's scared of you, like he doesn't want to fucking, don't hit me, keep you at bay, let me throw the jab, let me just fucking, out volume you so you don't have to counter me. You should have been able to go in the inside a little bit more. Canelo didn't look good. Didn't look good at light heavyweight.
How about cutting the corner?
He didn't. I don't think he knew how to cut off the ring. He couldn't corner Canelo. He couldn't corner Kovalev. Yeah, he didn't know how to corner Kovalev. These are just things that I noticed. Again, those are the only things I knock him on. I don't think Canelo is a natural light heavyweight. I think
clearly he's not.
He looked slower. He didn't look fast.
He fucking looked lost.
He looked lost in that division. I think this is a one-off. I don't think he's ever going to go back to light heavyweight.
Even though he says he will.
I think if he fights guys like Artem Beterbiev, Artem Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol, I think those guys will have a better opportunity and a better time, a better chance with Canelo Alvarez and Sergey Kovalev did this past Saturday night. Canelo just didn't look good in that division. He looked slow. His counter punches were on point, but he just didn't look good to me. He looked.
What do you think?
He looked flustered. You're right. I think he looked flustered when Kovalev was just jabbing him, throwing the right hands here and there. When Kovalev finally decided to throw a nice right hand to touch him up, Canelo was quick on the trigger, counter that, and then I think that's why Kovalev was very timid the whole fight. But there were some shots that I go, Kovalev landed some nice right hands to the body.
He did,
and I'm like, why isn't he still doing that? Because Canelo's head movement, which I felt was going to be kind of like the key with the way he was ducking those shots with Danny Jacobs the last fight. I thought that was going to be the key to get those counters more often. But Canelo was just walking him down. He only made him miss when Kovalev was ready to fucking throw a legit punch with mustard on it. Other than that, Canelo was fighting in spurts, fighting in spots. And the thing about Canelo, and I give him credit, when those spots came, Canelo made them worth it. He targeted the body, he targeted the head. Every time he did, they were with intentions to hurt this guy. And then hopefully in the later rounds, because Kovalev is known as a guy who tires, we can get him out of there. And he did. So Canelo, I give him credit for that. But, of course, everyone is now saying that this fight was fixed. That, Kovalev threw the fight.
That's bullshit.
I don't think so.
I think he gassed out at that moment.
Well, he said he gassed out.
Got him at a good time.
He said he gassed out in the 6th round. The Copy Buck said that Kovalev threw more punches than he's ever thrown. So, maybe he was. All credit to Canelo Alvarez, like I said. We said, where does Canelo go from here? There was talks of him saying he's going to stay at light heavyweight. I mean, is he going to fight Artem Beterbiev, which is basically he's got to be the number 1 light heavyweight in the world, and he has heavy hands. Would you go and fight him? Would you fight maybe one of the best technical fighters of the division, Dmitry Bivol? That's a good fight. Even when Bivol saying that I'll fight you at 168, I'll even fight you at 175. So Canelo has options at 175. There's also Gilberto Ramirez, a Mexican fighter who just recently moved up to light heavyweight. So Canelo has options at light heavyweight. Super middleweight, not that much. Middleweight, he has unfinished business. But I think Canelo after this fight, I think his next fight's gonna be at 168 or a catch weight. I think he's gonna slowly make his way down to middleweight. Because I don't think it'll be smart of him to drop 15 pounds of muscle to go down to 160. I don't think it's smart. He's young and maybe he could do it, but I wouldn't do it. I think that will take a lot away from Canelo. We saw that happen with Roy Jones, who gained 20 pounds in weight to move to heavyweight, and then took down 20 pounds of muscle to drop down to light heavyweight. We saw what happened to Roy Jones. I'm not saying Roy Jones is Canelo, but there is a history of that happening to fighters, that their skills diminish because of the weight cut so drastically. I think if I'm Canelo's team, if I'm Eddie and Chepo, I'd be like, look, the next fight should be at 168. The next fight should be at a catch weight at 160, 168, and then let's legitimately move down to 160 afterwards, and let's campaign there for a couple fights and then move back up again. That's the way I look at it.
I think that's smart too, yeah. So have a fight 168, and then after that, 160 again, I guess. Or in between that.
Like I said, he has unfinished business at 160. He has unfinished business.
I read it on ESPN. I think it was Dan Rafael who said that he, in his opinion, the only that makes sense to go to middleweight is only for Triple G. He said he said that if he fights anyone else, it won't be the same caliber with Kovalev. So it won't make sense if he fights guys like Charlo and. Yep, he said that. I swear to you, he said something like that. Or somebody on ESPN said that if he goes back to 160, has to be only Triple G, because if he fights guys like Charlo and what are the names too? Michi's Andre. He says it won't be the same as a same caliber fight against Kovalev.
Get out of here! What the fuck? No.
Yep.
Okay, that means he should just retire. There's nobody else. Okay, here's my question right now. We're going to talk about that. We're probably going to... Okay, real quick summarization before we jump to the next question. Callum Smith, Dmitry Bivol, fucking... even Jorge Masvidal even said they're willing to fucking fight this guy. Right now, we're not going to go into that because we're almost running out of time here, so we'll pick this. Who do you think Canelo should fight then? If there's nobody at 160 to fight besides Triple G, if there's nobody at 168 to fight, and if there's nobody at a heavyweight to fight, then who should Canelo fight? Should he just retire then? Because there's no logical opponent that's a better caliber than Kovalev or Triple G, according to Dan Rafael. So, B-Ray, who the fuck should he fight next then?
Yeah.
If according to Dan Rafael,
and he said 160. He said 168, some good opponents, but 160 for sure. He goes, makes no sense for him to fight in that division.
Okay, who at 168 then? See, if again, Dan Rafael, if you had options, you would have said, okay, there's nobody at 160, but there's sure is enough options at 168. He didn't give that up. He said there's nobody. So let's go with that. There is nobody at 160, 168, or 175 that comes close to what Sergey Kovalev is. Then who should he... besides Triple G, then who should he fight then? If it ain't Triple G, then who?
Honestly, I can't really know. In a sense of a caliber, like the big fight like that, I can't think of it.
I got one for you. His name's been thrown around. He's been retired for almost, 2 years? The last guy to beat Sergey Kovalev, and not the last guy, the first guy to give Kovalev his fucking loss. Andre Ward, SOG, Son of God. Everyone said those two should fight now. Okay, so if Dan Rafael's theory is there's nobody else, unless the Canelo should fight nobody else, only Triple G, because there's no one else of the high caliber of Sergey Kovalev, then Andre Ward is it then.
Which, honestly, I won't be surprised if it happens. If
really?
the right money comes, I think he might take it.
You think Andre Ward would be like, I'll come out of retirement for this?
The way it's making it seem like, it sounds as though like he would do it. With the right money, he'll be motivated and be like, you know what? I think I can do this. One last shot.
Let me reclaim my titles.
Right? Let me reclaim my damn titles. Which I don't think it's a smart move because...
Let me reclaim my status as the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world here.
Yep.
Because he was the last fighter to hold the pound-for-pound title before In my opinion, Terence Crawford took it. Look, I said it on Corners Boxing, and I'm on his page right now, so let me check it right now. I said, so this is what I put. People would have to demand for this fight to happen. It has to be enough buzz to generate the type of attention and money to get Andre Ward to lace him back up again. Yep. This fight won't happen. Ward will outbid himself, or Canelo or Ward will put stipulations that will put certain demands that will prevent from this fight from happening. All we can do is wonder and say, what if? That's what I posted on his page, and I agree to that. And I honestly agree with my statement. This fight's not going to happen. I think Andre Ward will outbid himself. I think Canelo and Ward will put stipulations, and neither man was going to budge. I think Andre Ward thinks he's the A side. Canelo thinks he's the A side. And neither guy's going to budge. It's going to be a negotiation nightmare. This fight won't happen. All we can do is say, what if? That's it. But to me,
so far we can say that. Yep.
To me, Canelo has unfinished business at 160.
Fuck, tell that to people. Tell that to the fans, man.
Okay, then fans, Canelo fans. Then I'm gonna go after the Canelo fans now because I didn't want him in this episode. Who should he fight next? Then who? Okay, who? I sound like an owl. Who? Who should he fight? Callum Smith. Callum Smith is a legit 168 pounder. Okay, collect the title at 168. Okay, clears up the division. Should he fight? Should he fight all the champions at 168 too? I mean, you gotta name who. There is top level opponents at 160. You got Charlo, Demetrius Andre, Billy Joe Sanders.
She said he wants to fight. Yep.
You got Callum Smith. What are the other title holders at 168? I can't even fucking think right now because to me that thing it's a bullshit.
I swear. I'll see if I can send you that. But yeah, somebody. I don't know if it was him. Or I said somebody on ESPN said that. If he goes back to 160, it only makes sense if he fights Triple G. Anyone else, it wouldn't be a high caliber fight.
How would it not? Fighting Charles is not a high caliber fight. He's defending his title. I mean, demonstrate that you're the best fighter in the world. Yeah,
apparently, it's nothing like Kovalev. That's what he's trying to say. Okay, it's nothing like the big.
So here you go. You got Callum Smith, David Benavidez, Caleb Plant. Okay, light heavyweight. You got Artur Beterbiev, Dimitri Bivol. Fucking who else? I think those two are the only top guys in the division. And then let's go down to middleweight right now. Going down to middleweight. Okay, Triple G. Even though people thought he lost, Triple G, Jermall Charlo, Demetrius Andre, Sergey Davichenko's still there. And then most likely you're gonna have guys like Julian Williams go up, Gerald Hurd, Jaime Munguia are gonna move up soon enough.
Yeah, they will.
There is fighters there. For Dan Rafael to speak out of his ass and say, well, there's nobody really out there 160 besides just Triple G. No, I just named Jermall Charlo, Demetrius Andre, Sergey Davichenko. And then you got guys like Julian Williams are probably going to move up in the next year or so. Gerald Hurd, he's outgrown 154. Jaime Munguia's next fight's 160. For fuck's sakes, there's fighters here, guys. Mm-hmm. Even the other Charlo brother, Jermall Charlo, could possibly move up in that weight.
Wait, yeah.
Eric Seglubin could probably move up in that weight soon enough in the next year or two. So there's fighters. And what's next? Canelo move up to cruiserweight? Come on, Dan's fucking stupid, I think. In that sense, to say there's nobody else at 160. Okay.
Apparently, I guess he's saying that those are not big names.
Yeah,
those are not big names.
Dan's stupid.
Which to me, that diminishes. That just fucks up everything. You get me? The point is to prove you're the best. Show them why you're the best.
At this stage,
I understand it's a business. I really understand to make money. But again, it ruins the fact that you should be going out there and proving that you're the best.
Is it about making money? Because when you made people wait an hour, I don't think they give a fuck about making money at that time. They already got the subscribers, so they care. Anyways, all right. One last Canelo talk before we go into the other boxing news. I mean, we're running a little longer than we usually do. I anticipated this was going to happen. All right. With this, Ring Magazine just announced that they rank Canelo Alvarez as the number one pound for pound fighter in the world.
Oh god.
Everyone else is claiming he should be the number one pound for pound fighter in the world. I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek of who I think of my top three right now. So this is how it goes right now. I'm going to give you guys a top three. Number 1, Terrence Crawford.